So, good evening, everyone. My name is Moin. I'm one of the analysts here, and this is our weekly session to discuss about trading, anything to do with trading, make ourselves better traders, and that. But before I start, my favorite disclaimer: nothing that I mention or is in the server is any type of financial advice. We're simply not qualified to give you
I'm
that.
asleep.
It's purely from the purpose of education. So, let's start. Totally free format. It's nice that we just have a few people. We can make it more personalized tonight. Who wants to go first? Don't be shy. Ask your questions. Yep, bro. Go ahead. Tell us your questions. Angel, if you're speaking, we can't hear you, bro. Okay, I can see you're unmuted, but can't hear you.
Order filled.
Okay, anyone else? If you have any questions, feel free to ask, guys. Don't be shy.
Order filled.
Anything that comes to your mind, just shoot, right? This is the time we totally go through those things.
Okay, can I ask the question, Moin?
You can ask as many as you want.
Okay, another day, like 2 days ago, you took an NVIDIA put like 185,
Mm-hmm.
and your target, the last target was like 250. How you were so confident that you're gonna hit your target?
It was actually based on the chart, all right? So
Yeah,
let's pull up the NVIDIA chart.
I mean, it went above your
Yeah,
250, it went around like 260.
it did.
I was trying to
But like I cut the trade, right? Because by now you know,
you
like
cut
if
it
my
like
targets are
two,
made, I cut the trade,
you
right?
cut it. I think like 240. I think
Yeah,
you was top loss that day, but you were so confident on that trade, and
I had only one runner left, Kamran. I'll never say it like other people that I took out the whole thing at the top. Okay, I
yeah,
basically I had five contracts. I think I scaled out. I had only like
yes,
one left.
one left,
Okay, so that one I
correct.
just let it run because by that time I was already in profit on that one, right? I was moving my
Yeah,
stop
your
slowly.
cost was 185
Yeah,
that day.
and I was basically running it up. Okay, that's it. Same with the play that if you see the SPX trade that I
Hmm.
do, okay, for tomorrow, I took only one contract on that, right? Sorry, two
Yeah, it
contracts
went
on
up
that,
like
the
five, six
540
hundred.
calls. Okay, I just held it. That's it. Okay. Similarly, if you look at the SPX puts that we had, the one for the first one was terrible.
Order
The
filled.
first one was terrible. I think one you asked me about that one. That was just terrible because like I totally miscalculated the price. Okay, I thought like the drive is gonna drive it up to 545-ish to 50. It simply did not happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you look at it, it's always you gotta see the levels, right? Where this thing might potentially come. I think this is the
Hmm.
day we took the trade, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was 21st. I think it was Monday.
Yeah. So once it broke this level, plain and simple. If you pull up the side by side, the 1 minute chart, let me try for that. It's gonna be quite a bit of drag, but let's give it a shot. But do you guys not all find this market extremely difficult to trade? At least that's happening with me.
Yeah, the VIX is too
Very,
high, the
very
volatility.
Yeah. I feel like seriously
freezing.
that literally like the market whipsaws so much. Like
Yeah,
it just doesn't sustain on a certain level, which is
it goes in
terrible.
any section in any minute.
Yeah, exactly. I appreciate that he's the president of the country and everything, but it cannot be just because he opens his mouth, we go in one direction and then go in another direction. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We have to make a living.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yep, Chibuzo, how are you, madam?
I'm all right, and you?
Good.
Okay, so with the crazy market and the very huge candles, like how do you get to set your stop loss? So I'm talking about futures now.
I'm gonna discuss that. Let's break down the NVIDIA trade. I'm gonna tell you what I do. You wouldn't believe it.
Okay, okay, because I find it difficult setting a
Hmm.
stop loss that a big candle will just wipe away and then it still goes,
In
I
seconds,
will.
right? In seconds, you're just wiped out. I know what you're talking about. All right, this is the NVIDIA trade. Okay, you guys
Yes.
can see the screen, right? Look, all
Yeah.
I was doing is I had the level, right, somewhere around here, if I remember. All I
Hmm.
was doing it is I was just waiting for this level to break. Okay, you came down, you whiplashed, but you never had the strength. You see, like when you went up, you never had the strength to go up properly. Even on the 1 minute, you were basically just testing the 20 EMA. You could never break through. Do you see that, bro?
Yeah.
All that is telling you is this guy simply is not strong enough. The only thing I was waiting is because your view up and 200 EMA is so close, the purple and the yellow. I was waiting actually to see a rejection here. Okay, which never happened.
Mm.
If that rejection happened, I would be so happy to take that trade there. Okay, when that didn't happen, I was waiting. I could either take the trade here. This is the failure of the view up and the 200, or I
Yeah.
could basically take the trade up and break off this. Okay, so this is the first break on the 1 minute. On the left, still I don't have any confirmation. Okay, that the trade is done because my level is not broken on the 5. Goes back up.
Yeah.
Cannot break these highs, right? Rejects pretty much at the same level. All I am doing it, bro, I am just sitting back, okay, for a confirmation that this breaks. This candle breaks, this is the level is broken. Clear. I'm waiting to see the bounce. No bounce. This is a green candle. Do I care? Absolutely not. Because
Order
it
filled.
simply did not take out the level that we wanted. Okay, if it doesn't take out the level, we are good to go here. Make sense? That's all I was looking at, Kamran. That level broken, next candle, yeah, it's green, but it closed way below. Okay, this is where, if you look at the timing, most probably, this is probably where I took the trade. And from there, bro, I'm just waiting. Nothing else. I'm just patiently waiting for this thing to basically start coming down. Now, I did a rough calculation looking at the delta, like if it comes over here, what would be a reasonable target? Just a very rough and dirty calculation. Okay, based on that, basically I'm taking the trade over there. Make sense, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, that because with options, the problem I have, the reason I don't like trading options and I'm so inclined towards futures is if I was trading SPY or QQQ options, sorry, futures, I can literally buy and sell, right? With options, I have to keep second guessing myself like what could be a potential price. Okay, that's the main reason basically I really don't like trading options. Okay, because some people can maybe able to do it, like people who are very technically savvy like Smooth or Joy
Order
You're
Riders.
the
filled.
one that bought them.
I don't
You're the
have
one that
that
bought them.
capability. Okay, I simply don't have that capability. I will basically take it at a reasonable level, take my trades out, walk away being happy. Okay, so that's it. All right, so basically I was just waiting for this. When it kept on coming down and down, all I was doing, Kamran, is I was looking at the trend. Okay, as long as it stays below the EMAs, because you can literally look, right? This thing is basically baselining itself on the 9 EMA, which is my green line. Okay, I was just staying in the trade
Order
based on
filled.
that. Make sense, bro?
Yes. Thank you
Okay,
for
this
explaining.
is where basically I got taken out on the 250. Once it bottomed out, okay, I was planning to write it down more.
Order
Simply
filled.
did not. I saw like it's basing out at this level. I think this is where I got taken out on the last contract. That's it. Okay. After a while, it went down even more because you had these rejections and it flushed even more, I guess, later. And the other thing that gave me so much confidence to stay in the trade was the contracts that I took. Like, if you remember, this was Monday, right? On Monday, I am literally taking contracts with Friday expiry. So theta literally has very minimal effect till then on my
Ah, yeah.
contracts. Make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
That's
Thank
it,
you.
bro. Okay. Like getting those contracts are a bit more expensive, but those contracts are more beneficial because you're buying time on your side. Think of it that from that perspective. Okay. Questions on the trade? Feel free to ask me. None? Chibuzo, next to answer your question, I'm gonna lean on both
Yes,
myself
be
and
that.
in the zone to answer this question from you. Okay.
Okay.
For me, what I did, madam, I cut down size drastically. Okay. Even on a 250K account, I'm literally trading with one NQ contract or max two NQ contract. On a 50K, I'm trading with basically 3 to 5 MNQ contracts because the market is so volatile. One candle is more than enough literally to wipe out your entire account. Okay, that's the last thing you want to be facing, right? So what I'm doing is
Yeah.
basically taking those small trades, making a reasonable amount of money. I figure it out. Like this is not the time basically to be a hero. Okay, I would rather take those small trades. Okay, take my money, run. And the moment I see like 3 or 4 points, I'm in the profit on NQ. Okay, I start thinking of like, okay, time to start taking profits. Once I'm like 5 point in profit, I move it Monte cap of my stop loss just to make sure that it doesn't immediately wipe me out. Okay,
Mhm.
before I could basically take the risk of like taking like a at least waiting for 10 points before putting up my BE. But the market whipsaw so much. Okay, the point is like you don't want to risk your capital or you don't want to risk your account because if you don't have your capital, you can't trade. Similarly, if you're a funded account trader, if you lose the account, you can't trade, right? So better to play it
Mhm.
safer. I don't think these times are gonna continue for the next 3, 4 years, like Joyrider said. But like, why take the risk, right? Of even the current times. There will be better times, hopefully, for us all to trade. In the zone, you wanna add something, bro?
I mean, I tried doing it both ways, to be really honest. I realized that every time I was trading, and I was doing a 250K account, every time I traded with ES, actually, surprisingly enough, still, I had to dig myself out of a hole today multiple times. Like multiple times I just whipsawed. I had to average up or down, whatever way direction it was going, and I had to dig myself out of a hole. So what I did was I switched to ES, and I showed this while we were on the live as well,
Order filled.
that I did like $80, $90 on one MES contract multiple times because just the market was moving so much.
Just
And if
imagine on
you lose like,
MES.
MES, yeah. And they happened multiple times. Not once,
Mm-hmm.
like there were 14, 15 point trades easy, multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
So it was easier, like Moin said, like two MES or two MNQ or three MNQ, make like 50, $80, if you're doing multiple MES contracts, you can have the confidence to ride the trend a lot more without, being like, oh yeah, it just whipsawed 20 points. And I am completely wiped out like of $1,000 if you had one contract, for example, if you were holding for even for ES. If it whipsawed like 20, 30, 40 points, which it did today multiple times. There were multiple candles today which absolutely wiped out like 30 points, 40 points in one go.
Mhm.
So, I would just either size down to an ES or to MES or MNQ, whatever you like.
Order filled.
Or, if you have a big account like a 250K, absolutely do it with one contract. I did the whole day I did with one contract, and I had to dig out myself multiple times, adding a second one or adding two so that I could really quickly just come out at a potential war. Unless you have and you have to be really patient. Unless you have a perfect entry, um, it will it will hurt you really bad. I didn't need this like a month and a half back. When I was doing it, I did not need those absolute perfect entries to get you know 4 or 5 point
Mhm.
trades easily. I was showing this on the live again that if you looked at ES today on the 1 minute, you got multiple entries at the 200 EMA. Even if you pull the spy chart, you'll realize on the 1 minute on the 200 EMA, you'll realize that there were multiple entries during the day. But you had to wait 20 minutes or you have to wait an hour every time in between those 200 EMA touches in the morning. So you just have to be patient in this market. You can't really just go at it, and expect that it's going to be all easy. You can't be like it's not as easy as it was, um, a month and a half back even.
Those were the good times.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Like if you look at it, right, what he mentioned, bang,
Mhm.
bang, bang. You see that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. With futures, you can take these trades. Take the trade from here. Okay. This one is a crazy trade. Okay, I won't comment
Mm.
on this one. But this one, take the trade from here. If you could just write it up to view up, that's like a what? 12-point trade on ES or MES. Even with one MES, you make about 60 bucks, right? Keep two
Mhm.
MES, there goes your 100 bucks. Makes sense. You can
Yeah.
ride it way, way more comfortably. Okay, which basically, if you go with size, you cannot do it. Okay, like if you guys remember, I used to trade with two NQ contracts on a 50K account. I don't even dare touch that right now because like two NQ contracts on a 50K account on top step, my loss limit is 2000 bucks, right?
Mhm.
Okay, more than enough to wipe me out on a 50-point move. With Apex, basically, it's like what? 670, two and a half thousand, right? So add in another 12 and a half points, 62 points, 62, 63 points. NQ moves like that in 2 or 3 minutes when it starts going up, right?
Order
And
filled.
I'm totally dead. That's the last type of thing that you want yourself to be in. Okay. So rather stay in the trade, take it slowly, get there, and then you move on. Makes sense, Chibuzo?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay. Like, this is not the time to try to be a hero, plain and simple. If you do that, you're just gonna
Yeah.
get crushed.
Yeah. You're right.
Okay. Patience,
Mm.
slow trades, those basically will make your day now, madam. Okay. That's there. Okay. Who else has a question? Anyone?
I'm sorry I came in late,
No
so I
worries,
missed
Beverly.
that discussion.
Yeah.
But I was curious. One of the things that I talked about was in the zone earlier
Mm-hmm.
during our last is how do you um, uh, uh, on TraderVate? I don't see. Um, I'm watching the Weeble Spy as well as TraderVate, right?
Okay.
And going back and forth with my ADHD mind, it's a real challenge because I'm watching for the EMA, writing the EMA, and I still I'm just struggling. And if I had just one screen to watch, it would be easier for me.
Mm-hmm.
But going back and forth has been proven to be a challenge. And is there anything I could do other than these two screens?
I really don't have an answer for you here. Okay, like for me, I will literally watch two screens. Okay, like on one, basically, I will watch SPY and QQQ during the day. On the other, I will take the trades. That's typically how I trade. Okay, so
Beverly, it might take you a little extra time, but you can chart on TradeAway. You can do that. It's
Right.
a little slow, it's a little clunky. You know, it might take you 10x 5 or 10 extra minutes in the morning, but most of it is probably going to be just extend. Once you've drawn like an X amount, it's only going to be like extending lines ahead every day. So it's a little clunky to do it on it. And for me, it becomes a little crowded as well. But you know, I think if you want to do it on just one screen and stay on TradeAway only, you could do that, or you can get what Smooth does. Smooth trades on trade on
trading view itself.
TradingView, TradingView itself. So you can just split your screen into two. One could be the SPY chart, and one could be your ES chart. And you could look at it side by side on one screen. You could do it that way, or link it directly, or you know, link your TradeAway to your to your TradeAway account, TradingView to your TradeAway account. Yeah, and then you know you can place all of it and chart on TradingView and everything, and place orders on TradingView as well. So you could do that.
All you need to do, Beverly, is basically
Okay.
just pull up this panel in trading view, the trading panel. Okay, and then find trade of weight and which prop firm are you using?
I'm using Webull for charting,
Okay,
and then I'm using TradeAway for the MES.
okay,
Your account is with Apex, though, right?
Yeah, I'm using Apex. Yes.
okay. You can basically then just pull up the trading panel. Okay, find trade of weight over there, and you can just use your username and password to log into and link the trade of weight account to trading view. That way, basically, you can directly trade off
Oh, I
trading view.
see. I
Okay,
see. I
hopefully
see.
that will help you to avoid at least one screen.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Thanks.
what I'll say because I don't know a easier solution to than this, Beverly. Okay. That's
Thank you so
there.
much.
You're welcome, madam. Who else has a question? Anyone? Any question? Pat, to answer you, like what brings those wild candles? I think only God knows and Mr. Trump knows. Nobody else knows.
I was just gonna, okay.
Okay, seriously, I have no clue, honestly, that these days what pushes the market up all of a sudden, okay, or what pushes the market down all of a sudden. Totally out of nowhere, I see these huge candles coming up, totally wiping out everything. Okay, so I gave up the hope of trying to figure that out, plain and simple, madam.
Okay. I just thought, I was like, whoa, okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, things I don't know answer to, I will plain and simple say it's beyond my capabilities. Okay, anyone else with a question?
Y'all gotta talk.
Hi Naya, how are you?
All right.
You've been killing it today, yeah?
Oh man, lovely.
Order filled.
I heard you guys talking.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's getting very difficult to trade, honestly, in this market. All of a sudden, basically, you have wild moves totally out of nowhere, bro.
Exactly. It's gonna get frustrating a bit where I can't go with my full position like I normally
Mm.
do.
It can be very, very
Yeah, but-
frustrating.
And the scary part is that this may be for the next 4 years.
Nope, hopefully not. I pray
Yeah,
literally every day that that doesn't happen.
I really do.
Man, that's
Hopefully that.
crazy. Like for 4 years, if we have to go through this, I will find something else to do. Seriously. My heart cannot take
Mhm.
this.
Yeah, he'll get tired someday, and I guess he will just calm down, I
Yeah,
believe, because it's crazy.
it's very true.
Yeah.
I was actually telling my boss, okay, and Chibuzo can appreciate it more because we both work for the same organization, that it's not bad that sometimes I go to office on Wednesdays because on Wednesdays they give free food. Okay, I feel like it's more than watching the market. Honestly,
Yeah,
with the way things go up and down, it's probably worth more than that watching the market, like just going there, chilling out, okay, resting for a while and everything.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this can affect one's mental health. Like today, earlier today, I was down. Okay, so there was a wild candle. I can't even remember. I don't know what happened. Or I just saw a very wild candle that just came, cut through my stop loss, and boom, just um threw me out as usual. Um, and then I was down. Thankfully, I mean the day was good at the end of the day, but I just kept wondering to myself, like, why you just come, cut through, throw me out, and you still go my way. So why?
Mhm.
And it's so
At
unpredictable.
times you
Like,
just feel like it's like totally behaving against you, right? Acting up against you.
no,
Yeah, but it is what it is, right? The market hasn't got anything against us. It's just like the way the market is. We just have to accept it and live with it. That's it.
sure.
Okay. So that's there. Okay. So anyone else with any questions? Anything that comes to your mind?
Yes, this is Beverly again.
Hey, Beverly.
Um, your worrisome stepchild. Listen, so the numbers you give us on Sunday, are those sort of rinse and repeat? By the way, I hate Sophie very much,
Mm-hmm.
but are those kind of rinse and repeat plays? I looked
Yes.
at them today. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Those levels stay valid for the whole week, but these days I am honestly self-doubting myself because the levels really are not that effective like it used to be. Let me just put it that way, madam. Okay. Like the market whipsaw so much because Monday we went down so heavy, right? Look now, it recovered so well. Okay. And I feel terrible because, like with the Uber play, I actually was scaling out, but someone was not. Okay. He was holding the whole position. When the market dropped so much on Monday, he came back and told me, like, what to do. I literally told him, like, listen, I scaled out. I cannot advise you, but my rest of my position, I'm literally cutting out. Okay. And I'll just see like what I can do, just keeping like one or two runners, and that's it. Okay. So that's how it is. And then after that, the market just flew back, right? And Uber, we still had time on those contracts, but like those contracts are like literally cooked on Monday, was literally cooked on Monday. Okay, so that's what it is. It's
Order filled.
very difficult basically to
Order
make an
filled.
idea make sense. So I would seriously think about like scaling down. I rather like Smooth's idea of like being very conservative here.
Yep. And it still goes back to again doing your own due diligence. These are
Absolutely.
what you're saying, but do I want to do that?
And
And I have this love hate relationship with Sophie as well. So I got kicked out of my play. It's like, oh, I'm done with you, Sophie.
but trust me,
So
Sophie has got nothing against you, nothing against me, or
you know,
other
I
names.
know.
Yeah. Okay. It's just like being the market is being very difficult to trade. I'm pretty sure Joyrider has got years more experience than us. Okay, mine is like 4 years. I highly doubt even he has seen anything like this sustained volatility for so long.
I've seen it, but not this long. Going on
Yeah.
6 months.
Well, Yeah, when I heard you say, Joy Rider, that you were not playing, and it's like, what am I doing here? What? And I was,
Initially,
Honestly,
that
going to work on Wednesdays for free food seems like a good idea these days.
yeah.
oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting really silly for as how market movement go up $20 every week. It goes up at least by $20. That's not normal.
Absolutely not.
5 minutes.
Yeah. And like in the zone was saying, all of a sudden one candle will come, totally mess up all your entries and everything. And you are thinking
Mm-hmm.
like, what the hell am I doing trading today?
Exactly. That's how I felt initially.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, guys. I forgot to say it. I wanted to say it, but I forgot. The only person that can sabotage your play is you. If you're gonna work this hard to get a strategy and then fine tune it and then pay money to get certain tools to help you with your trade, and then you're gonna hesitate or get scared when in the play, think about it. That's counterproductive. The reason why you dedicate yourself to do what you do, for sacrificing your time and spending the necessary resources to get the tools so you can perform your job at the highest level. If you're gonna take a play, you gotta have 100% confidence. Everything you do.
Or sit
If
back.
if the mar- or sit back. Like if the market is looking is sketchy and it crossed your level and you got confirmation, for me, that's confidence. When I go in the play and do what I need to do. Because the rule states that before you get into a play, you're a trader. Once you're in a play, you're a risk manager. You can't trade your way out of a play. You risk manage yourself out of a play. Correct? So just think about it. No getting scared. It's your setup. Remember, you put the time in. Time is the only resource on this planet you cannot recycle. Cannot recycle. So have confidence. Have confidence. I can sit and play for 3 hours. As long as it didn't violate any of my rules, I'm sitting in that play. It's either I'm going to get out break even at a loss or I'm going to get out green. There's no fourth probability.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
And think of it this way. You are the CEO of your own business, right? Your
Yep.
business is trading, it's your capital. It doesn't matter what I say, what Smooth says, what anyone else in the world says. Okay, if you lose money, you lose money. Okay, we don't lose money. It's your money to lose. We lose our own money. Okay, or if we make gains, it's your gain to keep. Think of it like
Mm-hmm.
you are the CEO of your business, right? You have to take decisions like that. If you feel this time is risky, it's being too volatile, go walk your dog. Okay, or just look at the sky. Sitting out, not losing money is better than basically trying so hard and forcing trades and losing money. Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, preserving capital is also a very good decision. The decision to do nothing is also a decision. Don't think of it like you're sitting on the sideline, others are doing it, you're a bad trader. No. The smartest traders sit on the sidelines for hours, okay, till they get the right opportunity. Just like in the zone was saying, like he was waiting for the play to come, right? And then he was trading it right. That's the way you do it. Okay, that's what I would
Also,
say.
you'll see everybody posting gains. Everybody posts their gains. Nobody posts their loss. So, when you are feeling that FOMO that, oh, somebody is in it and somebody is, up like, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 100, whatever percent, you never see the losses from them completely. Almost nobody shows that. I'm just being really honest with you. Like,
That's
I post
absolutely
it
true.
sometimes, or I try to post it as much as I can,
Hey,
but sometimes even
Terrace,
I don't
don't
post it,
keep
right? I'll
moving.
post it a day or two
Just
late,
we're
we
going
all
to
get
take
losses, but it's
we
difficult.
need to listen to
So
this.
don't
Hmm?
leave don't fall into the FOMO of, you making money all the time or everybody
Going
making
right.
money all the time.
You're turning right.
Here, dear. Okay.
Yeah, those people, they've traveled that China.
So, and you got to realize, okay, that every single person takes hits from the market, right? I went into a penny stock play, which I'm still holding for 2 days now. The WNW. Okay, I had the opportunity to take out 100% of my position. I did not. I was damn stubborn on the last 25%. I'm totally stuck on that. Okay, yeah, it's a small number of shares, 500 shares. The loss isn't yet too bad. Okay, it's about 250 bucks. Dart chip CTB I can hold on. But still, that overconfidence of like not taking profits when you see it, especially in a market like that, can literally annihilate you. Okay, so don't do that. Okay, like the option bots keep on running, right? Because it's a bot. So as long as the trend is not broken, the play is there, it will keep on running. But trust me, most of the time, by 40%, 50%, majority of my position is closed.
Order
80%,
filled.
I'm done. Okay, 100%, I'm literally out. I'll keep only one runner. That's it. Okay, so, and I try to make it very transparent that, hey, don't take okay, wait for it. You see 15-20% profit in this market, go for it. There's no shame. Okay, I think like enough of giving the same message. Who else has questions? Tell us. You got a lot of
I
time
like
today.
the I like the recommendation of focusing on just a few tickers, which I have been doing, and I find that I learn more and I lose less
Absolutely.
when I'm focused on just two right now and learning their moves. Any recommendations for SPY, SPX, and QQQ? Those are the ones that I've been focusing on. More QQQ and XPX than anything else.
That's great, Pat. You just need basically three names to trade every single day. Okay, if you're choosing the right ones. Like if you're choosing mid caps, choose something like Sophie, okay, DKNG, which literally gives you that volatility and has that liquidity. With indexes, you are on the right ones. That's it. And that's the same thing I'll tell everybody. That's one reason I literally wanna started exploring like trading SPY because I wanted that thing every single day that I don't have to hunt. Like, oh, okay, what's gonna basically run at 4 p.m. or what's gonna dump at 4 p.m. Okay. So once you basically have your basket, just focus on it. Okay. That is literally using a very crude example, being on that one night date with somebody and basically being married to somebody for like 20 years. Okay. You know their behavior inside out to a certain extent, not fully. That's a great thing that you brought up, Pat. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I'll also give you guys the example of Kamran. Kamran regularly shares his trades with me for review. Okay. And I gotta give credit to the guy, and I'll say it very publicly. I love the way he is disciplined. He will wait for the right opportunity, take one trade around 10 to 10:30, lock his gains, be done. And I really like it. Kamran, would you mind telling us how you are so disciplined and rub it a little bit on me if not nobody else wants it?
Yeah, because I learned this from you. I don't chase the trade. I wait for the trade to come to me, you know. Whenever I see the trade is aligned with my expectation, I go for it. And I don't really wait for long gains. Whenever I see like 10%, 7%, 15%, I just lock it and, I go my way.
But don't
And
you feel
I
the
try not to
temptation
look.
to take one more trade?
Sometime I do, but I whatever I gain, I sometime I lose, so I try not to do that.
Okay. So if you guys are ever facing that temptation, one last trade like me, okay, and usually that one last trade
Yeah,
literally kicks me back, okay,
yeah.
talk to Kamran. to guide you.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Believe me, whatever your gains is, just be happy with the little gains. Don't try to chase the large gain.
What might be a little gain to you might not be a little gain to someone else, right? It totally depends on your
Hey,
appetite. Yeah.
it adds up, end of the week, you look at your gain is up to 100%.
Yeah.
Or what about the person who walked away red for the day? That person would be happy to walk away with a 1% gain. So green is
Yeah,
green.
green is green, and I'm growing my account slowly, surely.
Who's that, guys?
Thanks, Kamral, for sharing that with us. Okay.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, I want to
Hello.
start. I was thinking about posting like daily, like questions. Where I'll just ask one question for the day, like, "Hey, why is this, or what do you see?" And like, tell me what you see based on whatever chart I will show you, or whatever activity that's happening on the market. You think that's an idea that you guys can get behind?
I would
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
a great idea. I think we can learn from this. I
And at
really
least
appreciate you put your
look at like
effort.
others, what they're thinking and versus my thinking, right? We're all here to learn and improve ourselves. I would love it, Joyrider, if you do that.
Yeah, because I've been doing it this week, and I see, what I mean, people are sometimes they interact, sometimes they don't. But if there's something you guys would like to see me do, I'll do it more often. But you guys have to participate. We
I
all
was
gonna
trying to
learn.
I was trying to find out what is TPO stand for, and I couldn't find it. It's like time sell something like
Time,
I
price,
couldn't figure.
opportunity.
Yeah, I Google it, and I was trying to sense it. What you mean by this?
Yeah. It's or if you got if you have a book map and on book map labels it as session volume profile. It's still the same.
I'm not there yet, bro. I'm a new trader.
How long you been trading?
I'm a new trader, so maybe like year and a half. So I don't have a book map.
Okay. Yeah. But the sooner you get it, trust me, the better because what it is that you're not going to get it off the bat. It took me 4 months to really learn in depth of it, and that's given significant hours per day towards it. So, but just by having it, though, it forced me to start to learn and decide, hey, I'm going to try new things and new ways of learning and stuff like that. So, when it's said and done, it's a good investment. You'll be happy with your investment.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you should do. You should do it. You trade futures, correct?
No, he trades options.
No options.
Oh, come on, come on. You did not ask the God for permission.
I asked Moin that when he gonna do the mentorship for future, so I can learn future.
He will. But it's the same price action, same things that we'll look into, right? It's nothing that is beyond the charts or anything. Like once you master the skill of like reading a chart quite a bit, you can just transition that knowledge into anything you like, just like driving a car, bro. Okay, so don't
Yeah,
worry
I'm
about it.
learning.
Yeah, we all
I'm
will get
I'm not
there.
in rush. I'm not in rush to give my money to the
Absolutely.
Wall Street.
Okay, so that's there. Anyone else has any questions for the next few days? Okay, keep on bugging in the zone. Keep on bugging smooth with whatever questions you have. I'm taking a break. Okay, but on a serious note, like my work life has changed quite a bit, so I have to go in person on Wednesdays and one more day of the week. That's why you see me a bit inactive, but I'm trying to balance it. Let's see. Okay, maybe I'll do a live like just 30 minutes in the close or something like that. Okay, but in the zone is covering for all three of us. He went live like twice today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And anytime, seriously, you guys don't need to wait for us or anything. If you guys just want to hang on, okay, with other people, just start on the voice channel and just put it out like, hey, I'm there. Anyone wants to join? You guys can do it yourself. You don't have to wait for us to go live.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that.
Like I said, anytime you guys want to do it, think of this like your own, all right? This is not something that Smooth owns. You cannot do anything without his permission. This is like a total democracy, okay? As long as you don't abuse somebody. Okay, so feel free to do that. Okay, think of it like your own, because sometimes just taking a second opinion, talking to someone else, that helps. Okay, so that's there. All right. So this is all I had for tonight. Okay, so be safe trading the rest 2 days of the week. Okay, tomorrow if I can manage time, I'll definitely hop in within the zone. But if not, feel free to keep bugging him, guys and ladies. Okay, have a good night, everyone.
You too. Good night.
Good night.